Hope I'm coming through nice and clear. Just get my gear together. I'm running a little bit behind, but it's not too bad. Just chill for a sec. We'll wait for some more people to turn up. I need like some Actually, I've got some intermission music this time around. See how this goes. Just a little something to play while we wait for everyone to turn up. Got quite a bit going on in the space today, so let's queue it all up. Hopefully someone turns up. I guess we'll find out in a minute from now. But a busy day today. So. Hey, Sven. Hi, mate. Thanks for dropping in. It's kind of a bit of intermission music, just waiting for someone to come and talk to me. Hope all's well with you, mate. So feel free to come up if you want. Hey, all right, here we go. All right, Sven. Let me turn this off. Hello, Sven. You can hear me all right? Am I coming through all right?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
There's not sure what that was. Yeah, definitely got something coming through there. Hey, Chris Severs as well. Chris, how are you, mate? Thanks for dropping in. Also, big congratulations to Chris as well for scoring those VeVe Arcade light parades from Dean Hinano's 300 sub giveaway. The Hulk Smash and the Spider Boy look awesome. So just seeing that there on the X post at the moment. But yeah. Hey, Fried Labbers in the house. Always supporting the podcast or podcast the X Space. That's what I'm supposed to say. So thanks for dropping in, mate. Always appreciate you listening in. So also feel free to come up at any point during the show if you want to. It's always welcome. So Sven, you're still there, mate. So you haven't dropped out on me, have you?
Yes, I'm here. I'm waiting.
Cool. All right, now we've got a few people in the house. Let's kick things off with a little bit of intro music, and we'll get into it. I want that one. All right. Yeah, everybody. Osman Collect 63 here again, and we're back again with another episode of VeVe Weekends. So we're up to episode 16. Still going strong, still pumping these out consistently. And just a lot been going on in the space today. We've got some VeVe talk, got a few things happening in the crypto market. It's kind of exciting, and just a few other bits and bobs, and just anything else anyone wants to talk about. But for Sven, let's start with you. How are you, mate? How's your weekend been?
Yeah, the weekend was great. My although my son was a little bit sick, but I had a chill time. It was okay. Did some padel. Don't know if you know padel.
Padel, no, I don't believe I'm familiar with that.
It's like something like tennis, but in a different room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, everything went great. Went for the drop too.
Oh yeah. How did you go? That was the Mighty's drop.
Today, yes, I went for the Mighty's drop. And did you go for it?
No, I haven't been going for any drops at all for a while now. Just because I've been a little bit gem poor. Obviously, coming to Christmas, I've got to allocate funds to other areas of my life, like having two small kids of my own. So being a father, you know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I did go for the drop. I don't have that much gems left too, but I went for it, and I went like I did buy 10 of them.
You went 10? Wow! And
yeah, 10 of them.
Excellent.
Yes.
And did you what did you actually score on the drop itself?
I think it was a lucky day for me. So I did have 3 secret rares.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, I sold 2 of them, so I had 100 gems for that.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
And then I got a Falcon number 41.
Number 41. Wow. That's like that's like that's like towards like the lowest mint, isn't it? 41 must be.
it's the lowest mint, yes.
Wow.
So that one I sold in the market. I asked 189 for it, and it sold. So it was a good day today.
Oh, congratulations to you, mate. Looks like you guys just smashed it. Congratulations.
But you know, sometimes I have the feeling you need to gamble a bit on VeVe to get some profits these days.
Yeah, but I understand where you're coming from. I mean, like, it seems like if you want to try and sell something, you got to make it like, you know, ridiculously cheap, or yeah, you just got to pray and hope you get that one mint hunter or someone that will come and take it off your hands. But speaking of mint hunter, so we've got Chris Severs coming up to the stage. Hopefully, if my system will let him. What's going on here? I think my system's being a little bit funny.
Is Chris Severs hunting mints?
Oh yeah. Chris Severs is always mint hunting, but trying to get him up the stage. But, there we go. Okay, there, Chris.
Hello.
Oh, I think he's trying to. Yeah, Chris.
You hear me now, Al?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, got ya. How you doing?
Hey, there we are.
How's things?
Good. How you doing?
Good, mate. Good. Just getting through.
Figured I'd just throw this on after we were chatting Friday night there, so keep it rolling through the weekend.
Definitely, mate. Yeah, no, it's good to hear from you. And again, like I was saying, like congratulations on scoring those NFTs, the VeVe Arcade NFTs, the Hulk and the Spider Boy. Very, very cool.
Oh, beautiful! I tell you, yeah, that he's got a talent.
I know. I mean, it is beyond me why VeVe has not given him a job or like got someone to work on VeVe yet.
Yeah, I've got a few of his things now, and boy, they're just all stunning. What have I got? Like the Stormtrooper. I've got Yoda, Hulk, the Spider Boy. Now, I think I've got about 6 or 7.
Nice.
But yeah, they're beautiful. So yeah, really well done stuff.
No, very cool. Yeah, I've got a handful of them myself. I think I've got like a Stan Lee. I've got a R2D2. What have I got? I got Miles Morales. I got a few X-Men ones. I got some from all over the shop.
Yeah, well, the Stan Lee one was awesome.
Cool.
I saw that. Oh, I got a lot of his VeVe NFTs. He's my sleeper pick. I think that's one of the most underrated. If you're a Marvel fan, Stan Lee is the equivalent of George Lucas to the Star Wars community, right? So to see him as his first NFT ever, and it was done through VeVe, I just said, whoa. So I've been stacking him a little bit, but again, the key mints. So yeah, congrats to Sven getting that little 41 there. Those are nice.
Yeah, was very lucky on that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Sven had a very good day.
You know what my brother did this yesterday?
What did he do?
He went for the Lambos.
Oh, okay.
And he went gambling on the Lambos. So he did buy 6, and they were all not the secret rares.
I was gonna say, did he get a secret rare? I was like, did he get one?
And he wanted to get a 7th one, and he got the secret rare there.
Oh, did he? Excellent. Oh man, look, let me give him one. Let's go. Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, yeah.
Does it try again, right?
Exactly. It's like that's determination to get that secret rare.
We did see another one trying to get the secret rare, and he had to buy like I think 14 cars to get his secret rare.
Yeah, I saw something like that on X as well. It's just like, wow, it's like that's like I want that secret rare. But
You know what's funny? Like a lot of us laugh at that and we think, wow, that's crazy. Look at the investment he put in. But I went and did a little homework, and I didn't go for the drop, but I ended up buying. I got matching mints on the rare and the blue ultra rare.
Oh,
but
nice.
Going back, I think the number, if I'm correct, Lamborghini only made 160 of those cars, and that was the first consumer sold Lamborghini style. And so when you think how rare those are in the physical world, and then how rare they are in a digital space, like anyone that likes Lamborghini is going to know what the 350 is. And so I look at these things saying, yeah, maybe you went and spent a little bit of money on 8 or 10 of them, but what a stack to have. In the comic world, the best books are the ones that hardly have any left in existence. I still go back thinking it's great. I do as well. I chase all the really scarce comics for sure. But MC1, Fantastic Four 1, yeah, VeVe minted 60,000. They didn't really know back in the day, but there's almost none left in the real world. So I still think of it as, look at all the people that are stacking them like crazy, and the fact there's less than maybe 1% in the market, to me, that's telling. Like everybody's just holding on to these things. So that Lambo is another great example of this. So, but I put my money into those yesterday, and I didn't have any gems left to do the drop today. But I don't know.
I didn't take my chance on the Lambos. I just went to the market and bought 3 for 86 gems total. So each 3 rarities.
That's perfect.
Nice. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, the 2 rare, the ones I got I got 2 for the price of the drop, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's tough. There's still so much gambling. I was talking about this. I know, Alex, you know Dhanijns, and
oh yeah,
a couple other people I've been talking to about this, and there's been a real premise developing where nothing matters in the app except the secret rares. And I get that. They're obviously the most scarce of the assets, but the fact that some of the titles in the books, the complete rarity across sets now, VeVe's brought their numbers right down. It just seems like the secret rare, like you don't get a secret rare in a drop, and you immediately sell your asset for 50 to 80% below what you paid for it. There was a time, I remember Aaron had that rant on my collectables, a $7 drop, and you're selling it for $5, and he was like, what are you doing? You're giving away too much. Now they immediately go for 2 or 3, and you're like, oh. But to me, I'm okay with that, because I generally don't do a lot of drops in the first place. If it's a grail, if it's something that's so rare, and you get the green bar that says, yeah, you've been accepted to participate, sure. But like, me, I go into the market anyways, and I'm looking for the mint numbers. I don't, the drops are risky. So the narrative has become, if I don't get a sub 100 or a secret rare, all the rest of them are completely valueless. Completely untrue. So
yeah. And if you look at the colors, you would probably, if you are in real life, you would probably pick the red, the blue, but not the green. I wouldn't take the green one.
Yeah, that's the ones that the masses would go for, right? Even in the comic book world too, the common cover is the OG cover of the book that has nostalgia, historic value. It's the most recognizable across all collector types. The variants, the other types of covers in the physical world are less popular because you don't recognize them as often. But the hardcore collectors will certainly go after those, right? But I just think there's an education level that's missing here somehow. To just immediately take a $70 drop and resell, an FA Lambo for $35.
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking? Why go for the drop? $70 is not like going to the corner store and buying a $2 or $3 lottery ticket. That's a big gamble.
Exactly.
So, I don't get it. I've never understood it, but I guess a lot of people have a lot of money that they don't worry about. So it's just go and spend it.
Yeah. We got Josh, Collectors Gone Digital, to say. Sorry, didn't get a chance to say hi, mate. How are you, mate? Did you go for the Lambo drop?
Yeah, I was just enjoying the conversation. Chris hopped up, so I had to as well.
How you doing, Josh?
Not bad. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good, mate. We're just chilling.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm in the same boat as you, Alex. I didn't go. I haven't been going for any drops recently, but it's been a hell of a week, gents. It's been a dramatic week, that's for sure. I've been looking forward to this space for several days now because it's a, well, as you guys know, it's an actual collector space. So I've been looking forward to this one. But no, I don't want to cut off what you guys were saying. I didn't go for it, but no, it's a cool car.
Yeah, it is a cool car. I mean, like, I particularly reckon, yeah, if I had to choose one, I haven't gone for one. But yeah, I definitely the Ultra, the blue one, like the dark blue, is definitely a really nice. The blue is a blue Skuro. I can never say it properly, but yeah, I go the dark blue one just 'cause it looks really nice. Maybe the red.
I got the red and the blue. Matching
Nice.
393s. So,
Chris, when you were researching that car, do you know like what the stock colors were? I don't know much about that Lambo actually, but I'm surprised that the last two haven't been released in like yellow or orange at all.
yeah, I don't know. I'm just I went to a website on classic cars, just called classic.com, and it gave me the history of the number of makes and the engine sizing. I don't think it has the color on it. I'm just looking this up. But they were produced, it says here, between 1964 and 1967, with a total of 120 being built. So, I mean, that's back in the 60s, 120 back then. I don't know how many are still in existence, but the average resale price on that car today is about $600,000.
Wow.
So it's not a cheap ride.
No. It'll be way higher than 600.
Yeah, that's I mean that's US, but
well, didn't you say there was only 160 of them?
120. I'm just looking it up now.
Oh, if there's 120, it's over 1 million for sure.
I'm gonna look this up again here
because I'm thinking of because the Lamborghini that I'm waiting for is the Mira. I'm not sure if you know that one. But that,
Google that.
Yeah, I mean that car is millions of dollars alone, but we're not talking in terms of years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So here, the last one that sold was in 1965. It was the navy blue. August 20th, 2022, sold for $643,000 to somebody in Pebble Beach, California.
Wow, that's it. That's crazy because these older Ferraris go for like 10 million plus.
Yeah, the day before, a silver one sold for $742,000. So could be just the market. Good time to get them. You've got that kind of money rolling around. But yeah, there's two for sale right now on Sotheby's, and doesn't say what the price is. And it's just started January 25th. It ends. So it'll be interesting to see what they go for. But
do you think if the secret rare was like 500 units, would the drop sell out?
It did. Yeah, it took 2 hours, I think, and then it finally sold out.
Yes, but if the secret rare were 500 items, not 160, would it sell out?
Oh yeah, I kind of like what was it? The Aston Martin was
there's like seven of them, isn't it?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
You know what would be interesting is if VeVe or Lamborghini, if they knew they only had 120 in the real world, if they limited the drop to 120, what would that do to the value of the collectible? So that each owner of the physical would almost, how would they not want to have a pair up with their digital?
That would be really cool.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
It would give a good dynamic to the market to just list one car for and low amounts, just one car.
Can you imagine? That would be insane. Everybody would go for that drop.
Yeah, but
Depends what the drop price would be too, though. It's kind of like the 1-to-1s, right? The art pieces.
Oh yeah,
what's the minimum bid? Like 1,500 or something like that.
something like that. So I'm just looking at the last one we had, which was the Daredevil 21.
Yeah,
That's
that was nice.
that was a nice piece. Yeah, that the was who won that? Okay, so that closed out at 2,000 yeah, 2,345 gems and 60 frags.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't been keeping an eye on the artwork. Has the prices on those artworks been going down?
I'm not sure. Let's have a look.
2,000 sounds really cheap for one of those.
Yeah.
I think it's cheap too. Yes.
Well, let's have a go.
Also, I guess it probably doesn't matter with the 1-to-1s, but I think over time, like everything from seasons 1 and 2, I mean, I would expect that over time they're going to start seriously increasing in value just because they're all the firsts of everything, right?
Well, I mean,
did you already?
Yeah, sorry. Go on, Sven.
Did you already check out the Stacker app, Stacker World?
I haven't, but
yeah, you can check like season 1 stuff and then look how much items somebody bought. And like the Jake the dog, there were some people like stacking them for real, like 240, 40, 30 items. So those items are getting stacked actually. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember back in the day, you would see all the vault photos of like the 20 different, Joker black and whites just lined in a row in the vault. Like there's a lot of people that are like stack collections like that.
Yeah.
Like season 1. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I remember a picture of a vault full of Donald and Daisies.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Well. Yeah. Our friends, the lenticular cards.
Oh yeah, the lenticular cards. God, did they get destroyed?
Smarty Pants is still stacking.
Yeah,
he's still going, is he?
yeah. He's really stacking those Plutos. If you want, I look up how much he owns, but I think he owns like 400 of them.
Oh wow!
I could see those coming back though. Like if the Disney fandom and the main thrust of them get in here, those are the kinds of things they go for in a big way. I think VeVe Magic had a big chat about that, and but yeah, just those little types of things because they're kind of unique too, right? They spin, they do that graphic change and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're really
a neat asset.
Yeah, I think there's going to be. I think a majority of pieces aren't going to go back to where they were. I think especially at this point with them just releasing so often now. But I think lenticular cards on Disney's side is going to be one of those sets that still recorrects pretty healthy. Yeah. Because it's exactly what you were just saying. It has like the audio effects, like the change in angle, the signatures, and
I think what I've had a few chats with some people about this too, and it's obvious VeVe wants the crypto enthusiasts coming in because potentially they're going to have a lot of money if they're everything does well in the next run, and they understand buying, trading, holding, selling in this ecosystem. The challenge is how do you get somebody that's a Disney fan who's been familiar purchasing slushy cups and popcorn buckets and all the physical toys that suddenly you run out of room in your house. I mean, to me, that's the biggest advantage. But how do you educate them to bring them over and say, you were willing to spend? What did VeVe Magic say? The popcorn buckets, they released 2,000 of them one day, and you had to be at the park to get them. And there was like 20,000 people in line to get one of these things, and they were selling for $200, $300, $400 immediately.
Wow.
And it was like a $10 pop. I mean, it came with some popcorn, right? But that type of mentality, 2,000 popcorn buckets. Yet sometimes these Disney assets in here do not have 2,000 editions, and they're very difficult to get the valuations up because I don't believe that level of fandom is here yet. I think we're still heavily in the digital and crypto communities. So, but that's why I say when that changes and that education becomes mainstream, and collecting digital assets is absolutely no different than collecting anything else you've ever collected. That's going to change. And who's that? That one, the guy who does the YouTube videos. He's a huge physical comic collector, and he just did that stream the other day about how he's selling his entire physical.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Right? That's the writing on the wall for me. It's like, holy smokes!
When you say educate, are you talking educating like people on what an like NFT is, or like what specifically?
I mean, I'm a bit of an older guy, right? I'm in my 50s, but I've been working in digital since I was 25 years old. So the bulk of my career has been in this space. And after 25 years, I still daily have conversations with business owners that don't quite comprehend the power of digital, why they need to invest more time and space, complaining that SEO doesn't work. It's 25 years later, and I'm still hearing questions that are like, you're new to this. Right? So from an educational standpoint, I've said this a few times, you can't keep talking about the technology and layer 1, layer 2, and just it confuses the hell out of everybody. Yeah. So you need to talk about how exciting this is to collect. What are the benefits, the shareable use, the enjoyment of the community, holding assets that are unattainable in the physical realm. We just mainstream adoption of, it's the story. We get it. I mean, we're all here and we do our best to, shout it out and all that kind of stuff. But that's where the fork in the road hits, right? It's a big marketing conundrum. Because like I still believe, right? Everybody that's in here right now, I would say 90% of people are somehow connected to crypto, right? Yep. I found this embarrassingly now, but BitBoy Crypto did a YouTube channel on these NFT tokens, and that's how I first heard about Omi. And he's gone the way of the dodo, right? But it brought me into the space. And I quickly pivoted. I got my bag loaded with the Omi and then figured it out and started getting into this collectible side. But I'm in here just, A, it's enjoyable. B, I love the IP and the assets I'm able to engage with. But C, and most importantly, it's easy.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's the answer, though. I think that's the answer. The whole education thing is making it easy. It's making sure that the barriers are low. Because I mean, going back to your point about the whole people reselling the popcorn stuff. I don't know about you guys if you heard about the whole people selling water from Splash Mountain when it closed.
Right. Yeah.
I heard about that.
It was like $6,000 on eBay. It was crazy. But I think the big thing is like if somebody comes onto the app. It's completely like the whole word NFT obviously has this, negative
stigma to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like you need to disconnect the word entirely from the collectibles so that people don't even know that that's what they're getting at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Right? They think they're just signing up for another app in the app store. They put their credit card in, they buy, and then they realize, maybe, a couple weeks, few months down the line, what they've actually gotten into, and then that's what converts them. Right. So, because I think the whole education thing, I think sitting there and trying to convince people that, what you do is great. It's just, it's not the answer.
Yeah.
No, go on.
One week and a half ago, Ryan was on the My Collectables stream. And he explained the NFTs. And I think he did a good thing there explaining it. It was quite clear for me what an NFT was, what it meant, what it meant to own a certain mint and not the other mint, and why the other mint was more valuable. And those tokens were not identical by that because they own a separate mint. So it was very interesting to hear him talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I mean, that's the education part, right? So that, to me, from a digital perspective, get that content onto the site, rewrite that so it's readable. Everything should be connected back into the VeVe.me platform, or at least have links off the apps and stuff to say, learn about this. You know, I shouldn't have to go to Medium. I shouldn't have to go to YouTube. Everything needs to be connected and contained and say, look, own the space. There's a write-up in there about the environmental friendliness aspect, which
that's true.
Beautifully done. What a great piece of content that is. And so stuff like that, it's going to take time, but it will permeate, and then people will become less and less fearful and more opportunistic about the space. And but again, right, the first 5 years of any new technology, you're early, right? And we're into this 2-3 years, and everyone's like, oh, we should be so much further ahead, blah blah blah. But to me, it's still right. I'm getting what I can. I'm grabbing those mint numbers that I can, and I'm stacking while I can, as much as I can. But to your point, Alex, it's Christmas time, right? I got kids, I got to pay for stuff. And my goalie gear's wearing out. And,
I'm hearing.
Oh my god, yeah. There's some real world stuff you still have to remember. Right? I got to buy this stuff too. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm exactly the same boat. I mean, like, there's all this stuff on VeVe, like, that I'd just love to sink some money in, but it's just like, well, it's like, do I want to do that, or should I be like a responsible adult and maybe look after my family? It's like,
I see all the posts, right? Oh my god, the numbers have plummeted in December, and VeVe's dying again. Oh no, and it's like, Bitcoin surging, Ethereum's about to launch an ETF in the States, like. People know where to put their money, right? And so
exactly.
Can't keep focusing on one spot, right? So
well, I think that's the thing at the moment, isn't it? Like, everyone's just sort of like, they've sunk all their money into the crypto market at the moment, because like all the hype's back. So everyone's like, oh, I can go over there and make some money, and hopefully make some money, and then come and sink that into VeVe.
Right. Yes, exactly. Right. Just shifting stuff around, and so. But I don't know. For me, I DCA into everything, and when I see things go down, it's like, oh, this is the time to go in. And when things go up, I'm pausing, and so. But
no, cool. But I mean, like, I totally agree. Like, with what Josh was saying about, like, trying to make it easy. I mean, that's what's really going to, like, draw people in, is like that's one thing I like about VeVe as well, is like the ease of use. Is like, I see something I like. I see it, I like it, I buy it, I pay with my credit card. It's like, I don't have to remember, like, complex, like, wallet addresses, or about, like, swapping things in MetaMask and all that sort of stuff. It's easy, and that's one of the keys to bring people in.
Oh yeah, and I'm also I like the credit card too. I mean, I get Air Reward points on that, so
exactly.
I'm working towards some free flights on Air Canada. Right? Let's go.
Nice.
Thank you, VeVe.
That's hilarious. I didn't even know you could do that.
Osman, did you already buy some Omi?
I have bought some Omi. I did buy some Omi a while back, but because I normally buy it through crypto.com, and they've, like, sort of changed, like, some of the terms of service and stuff. So now the way I used to do it won't let me, because it reckons I'm, like, outside their travel zone or something stupid like that. And because I got caught up with life, I haven't had a chance to sort of, like, explore other options yet.
Yeah.
And did you try to pull it in your app too?
I
haven't tried to put it in my app. Like, I haven't done any of the bridging process, like, through, like, Immutable and that. But when VeVe first migrated to Immutable X, I had some already on the platform or in my Omi wallet or wherever it was. So I just sort of let that sit there, and then took the other half of that and just put it on an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but indeed, it's not very easy to put it on your app now. But the question is, now I got like Omi on my app, but the question is, if I want to sell it, is it easy to sell it now, or is it trapped in there?
I don't think it's trapped. I mean, like, I think, to my, like I said, I haven't done this, and there's other videos out there, like, from others who probably can explain this a little bit better than I can. But if you wanted to move it onto an exchange, you just have to sort of bridge it through the IMX portal. But then from there, then you can transfer it to an exchange, and then from the exchange, then that's when you can sell it. I believe that's correct, but obviously, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
No, I'll second that. I don't know the exact step-by-step process. I know you got to bridge it back, but it's not stuck on the app.
No.
Okay.
It is okay. But hey, we got Dive up to the stage. Dive, how are you?
Yeah,
mate?
I'm good. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I just wanted to answer Sven's question.
Oh, yes, please.
You basically have to reverse what you did to get it in, right? First, if you have it in a wallet, you need to send it to your MetaMask, then take it to the bridge, and then from the bridge send it to VeVe. And then when you want to sell it, you need it to send it back and reverse it through the bridge to your MetaMask, and then you can send it back to an exchange. So it's not locked. You can take it out anytime you want.
So you put it from VeVe into the IMX?
To the bridge,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You basically do exactly the opposite of how you got it in. But
It's funny because this is exactly what we were just talking about. It's like
Yeah.
they gotta simplify this exact process right here, because anybody who doesn't know crypto is gonna look at this and be like, "What on earth
Yeah.
are you guys talking about?"
They're literally going to freak out. They're going to lose their mind.
yeah, well, if
I'll keep it there.
if you look at it like, you know, just glance at it for a bit, then you're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have a nosebleed here." But if you just take your time and look what you need to do, then it's actually not that complicated. It's just always a bit scary with crypto because you never know if it will arrive. And I sent in like 10 million OMI into VeVe, and it took like 30 minutes to arrive.
Oh, really?
And I didn't buy 10 million OMI for 6K. Yeah? I bought it for 50K. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were sweating.
Yeah, I was like, come on, let's go. Because I first always do a test, Sven. Don't send your OMI at once. Send like 5,000 OMI, see if it works, and then do it again. Because, you know, it costs you $5 extra in gas fees, but it pays you $1,000 in peace of mind.
Exactly.
So always do it. Yeah. Always do it. I always do a test run with everything I send.
The problem is I wasn't really into testing, so I went from my MetaMask, I sent it to the bridge, and then if you do send it to the bridge, I sent like 3,000 euros or dollars, like something like that, and I sent it to the bridge, and then I switched it to from layers, and then it was gone for like 10 minutes, and then
and that's what the shit.
Yeah, so that's why you test. If you do a test, then you know it works, and then you know you have the right procedure, and you have the right addresses, and everything is working fine. So I always recommend everybody to always do a test if you're sending big amounts, because otherwise it's too stressful. But yeah, for anyone who's not, I'm not really into crypto. I'm also not. You know, I know how it works, but that's about it. You know, I'm not really really crypto guy, but I can figure it out. But if you're, you know, if you run into 10 people in the supermarket and you ask them about crypto, it's like, what? It's like, you need to buy USDD on Bitforex, and then you send it to your ledger, and from your ledger you send it to your MetaMask, and then you need to bridge it on IMX and then send it. Nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, outside.
What? Yeah.
Eventually, there's going to be a time where you can just buy OMI through the app, you know, and use your credit card. They'll figure all that out. But I was watching a great stream the other day. Coin Bureau. I like that.
Oh yeah, Guy. He's good.
Yeah, Guy. And they were talking about how, you know, silently behind the scenes, the entire banking industry is just jumping on board. Everybody's about to set up Bitcoin ETFs, and the banks are onboarding means for their customers to purchase it as asset class. countries all over the world. It's just US and Canada are sort of lacking in that, lagging behind. But I mean, here in Canada, we've had Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs now for 2 years, which I've been stacking like crazy. And they're dividend funds. And so each month I get a reward for owning it, which I immediately put right back into the ETF. And we have a wonderful financial product here in Canada called a TFSA, or a tax-free savings account. I'm able to purchase these ETFs in the TFSA, all these acronyms, right? So the tax-free savings account grows. And at the end of it, whenever I decide to remove those funds, they are removed tax-free. So if Ethereum went from 1,000 to 100,000 and I bought one and I decided to take it out, the $99,000 of profit is removed at no tax. And so,
and if it goes from 1,000 to 100, it's also tax-free.
It's also, you just wouldn't take it out. I'd have to buy 10 more, right? DCA. But that's been here, and it's federally protected by there's a banking protection system in Canada that looks after this. And if it's happening here, it's going to have to happen in the States, because I mean, it's so successful in Canada. There's hundreds of millions been pumped into this. And so when that happens, and let's just say, I mean, I'm not the best financial person in the world, so don't follow me. I'm lost too. But I just have to assume that when an ETF opens up in the US, which is such an enormous financial market, when you look at the market cap of Bitcoin, I don't think it would take that long for the amount of money that could flow into those investment vehicles, that you could see at least a doubling of the price. That happens,
what we need is not a Bitcoin ETF. We need an OMI ETF.
That would be fantastic. Yeah. It's too bad that we don't have. Who was it? Was it a Sendex? You put your OMI in there, and they were paying out some.
They'll give. Yeah, they did it for about 1 week, and then they canceled it.
Yeah. I did that for a week, and then on day 8, I had to pull it all
out. I was the same.
I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, heard that they cut it from 10 to 5, and I took my money out right away.
And the dividend they paid you was the same as the gas fees it cost you to take it out again. So you basically end up with nothing.
I didn't really get that much further ahead.
Yeah.
No, funny. Sorry, guys. I just want to do a quick shout out to everybody taking the time out of their busy day to come and join us in the space and listening in. I see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of returning faces. I see Fro, see Hinano. I see Mr. MC1, Mr. Sanjay. Thank you for listening in, mate. Really appreciate it. Big fan. Notorious Bastard. I just want to say a big shout out to you as well, and a big congratulations, because it's my understanding you won yourself a PS5 on Key Collector's Whatnot show. So congratulations to you.
What?
He did. Apparently he did. So congratulations to you. I see D, I see Gus, Fried Labbits are still here, Mint Junkie. And again, a big thank you to everyone who's taking the time to listen in. Really appreciate everybody.
Very cool.
Chris, that's your point there. I might be wrong about this, so don't quote me. I don't know if somebody wants to look this up as I'm saying it, but I believe the first Bitcoin ETF just got approved in the US by the SEC, or it's on the cusp of getting approved.
Yeah, cusp, but
now.
Yeah, I think the day that's formally approved, you're going to see that in every single media outlet. I can't imagine the hype. Yeah, it'll be enormous.
So I feel like I should play this as well, just to cover myself.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
Nothing said on this channel is financial advice. Do what you will with your own money, and just be aware that we are just a group of guys just talking in a microphone on the internet about comics, fandom, film, community, and all that other fun stuff.
I just saw that OMI is going up quite a bit today. What's going on?
It is. Yeah, it's actually it's up quite a bit. Hang on, let me pull up a chart here.
I have a feeling a lot of that is FOMO, but just my opinion.
It went up to over 0007 all of a sudden.
Yeah,
if everything's up, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything's up, and you have some some extra money, where do you put it? In something that's already 2x, 4x, or you put it in OMI?
Exactly. But yeah, right now OMI is currently sitting at 0.0007025.
Oh.
So yes, it's up over was it 0.6?
On Bitforex, it's
flip.
0.00068, but
Is it now? Yeah, well, I'm just looking on CoinMarketCap at the moment, but
it's going down a bit now. So maybe that's
it is starting to dip just a little bit. Maybe there's a bit of hype. Coming up to the crypto conference in France next month. Maybe maybe there's a bit of speculation, bit of hype. Maybe who knows?
I don't think so.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea to buy some before the meeting in January.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. I'm just looking in the comments here. Gus has just made a comment saying BTC spot ETF isn't getting approved until the Binance investigation settles.
Oh,
maybe.
That's some big news that happened. But to be honest, actually, Chris, you can use, or you would have been able to use Binance, but I can't in Canada. In Ontario is completely banned, so I never really used their product. But
no, I haven't used Binance for a long time. I primarily use crypto.com just because it's convenient for where I am. But yeah, but it's been a good discussion about the crypto markets and Bitcoin, bit different than what we normally do. But that's what we like in these spaces. A bit of different topics, different things to discuss.
I feel like I'm a construction worker right now. I'm staring at a blueprint on my computer because I'm so eager to be building in the VeVeverse right now. I'm drawing out floor prints.
Oh, no way!
Look what a nerd I am right now.
Yeah, well, that's another thing as well. Hopefully we hear some news about the next wave of beta invites being sent out, because right now we haven't really heard much in the way of VeVeverse invites up, and unless you guys have heard something, I haven't heard anything.
There's supposed to be more invites coming, but I really, really hope that it's something along the lines of they just drop it without any announcement and we get like a little gift for Christmas.
Ooh, yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Wake up Christmas morning and hop into the VeVeverse.
That's it. Open up your stocking and there's an invite into the VeVeverse. Yeah, very cool. So Dive, what about you, mate? Did you go for any of the drops today? Whether it be the Marvel Mighties or the Lambo?
I haven't gone for a drop in almost 2 months now.
Nope.
I'm a bit done with buying. I don't know. All the stuff that's for sale now, it doesn't really interest me that much. And the whole venomizing, symbioticizing nonsense is like just putting me off. There's a lot of people getting excited about it, and for me, it's just like, if you're just gonna make me jump through hoops just for the sake of hoop jumping, then I'm out. I'm too old for that.
Not for you.
I don't jump anymore. I walk. I'm even older than Chris, so imagine that.
That's impossible.
That's it. You don't sound it.
Yeah, I have a very young wife. That's why she keeps me young.
That's the secret. That's the secret.
Yeah.
She keeps him jumping.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Keeps you jumping. Love it.
I haven't bought anything, and my main goal was to be a master collector. And I am a master collector, so I don't need anything else. And I'm basically trying to save a bit of money and not spend too much money on VeVe stuff anymore. So,
yeah.
I miss a bit the Christmas excitement. We have the VeVe 12 days of VeVe.
We do. We have the 12 days of VeVe. But yeah, other than that, there's not really much in the way of Christmas drops at the moment, is there?
Yeah.
But would it not be like a good idea if you just dropped like Christmas balls? You could buy like a Christmas ball for $1 or $5,
mm-hmm.
and then they make some exclusive items, and you can craft your Christmas ball into something else. And by crafting them, you get the rare item or you get nothing. It would be cool to do something like that. I miss some easy stuff like that on VeVe. It's not that hard to do this, but it could be very, very fun.
Yeah, something fun, something festive. So, Josh, you got something to add?
No, it's a fantastic point. I do think that they need to do stuff like that, because there's also been other examples of like, I think the last one was they did the Sesame Street contest. And
that's right, yeah.
The thing that caught me off guard was the promo photo that they used for that was cut out images of the collectibles from Google placed in the vault. I'm like, why don't you guys just take a photo of them in AR, or like actually like an actual photo of them in the vault, right? Like, and then it's the same thing with going around with conventions. I've said it time and time again, they need to get live reviews of people reacting to these collectibles, and not like there's stuff that they'll curate, content that they'll curate of stuff that they have to do in Photoshop that they could just take in AR. It makes no sense to me. But yeah, like, well, they like crafting
the reason
stuff.
For that
like,
is they need permission from Disney and Marvel to do that, and I don't think that Disney or Marvel wants them to do it, or it's too complicated. Or
permission in terms of what though? Because what I'm saying is would have the exact same outcome that they're getting right now. So in terms of like the Sesame Street example, right? If you're cutting out the collectibles from Google and then taking a screenshot of your vault and placing those cutouts on top of that screenshot to make it look like they're in the vault, why not go into the vault, place the Sesame Street collectible down, and just take a screenshot?
Well, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm sure there is a difference.
So I'm just reading some of the comments here. There's Notorious Bastard writes, I think I said it last week's show, but while I was at Comic-Con New York, the representative from Cavernous, who was showing the VeVeverse to the patrons, told a couple of us that there would be another round of beta testers by Christmas. But at this point, I'm not sure if this comes true. So we might get some more beta testers before Christmas. So the next 2 weeks? So we'll see. Gus also writes, the Disney Desk is the last VeVe drop of 2023. So yeah, that's another one we haven't heard anything much about, is the desk.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have new beta testers before Christmas 2024.
Maybe.
But even if I was like a beta tester, I wouldn't be that hyped. I just would think, okay, I'm a beta tester now, so I'm waiting for new stuff.
Yeah. I wouldn't be a good beta tester. I'm not like you, Josh. I don't have those design skills. I stay up at night going, who am I going to get to help me build my VeVeverse?
Yeah, but that actually does make you a good beta tester, because it should be accessible to everybody.
It does.
So if you just give it to all the Voltaholics and the real crypto spatial minded people, then I'm sure they're going to have a blast with it.
I guess that's a good point.
But once you release it to the general public and nobody gets it or nobody understands it, because no normal person has ever tested it, then it's going to fail. You need normal, everyday people to test it and see if they enjoy it, because then the masses will adopt it. Otherwise, it's just going to be a niche that nobody can even use. So that's actually
Well, and that's the whole point of getting the Voltaholics in, though, right? Because those were the ones using the Volt.
Sure. I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but once they give their input, the next wave should be normal people, because they look at if I'm a beta tester, I look at stuff completely different. I look at stuff completely different as normal people anyway. So. Then I can say, like, this button doesn't work, or what do you mean by this, or what you know? Except I'm like programming CC plus Max, whatever.
So Dive, if you were like a beta tester and you start to become a beta tester, you cannot tell anyone anything. Would that be fun for you?
That's not true. That's not true. The beta testers can tell everything about everyone. The only thing they're not allowed to do is share photos, but they can talk about it all day. That's I don't know who made that up, but that's not true. They can talk about it. They can tell you anything. They're just not allowed to show you and share photos. So
Okay, okay. That would make me happier then. I would probably use it then and tell everyone about it, but I don't think I would use it that much.
Yeah, for me it would depend. If I, I have a lot of ideas and I'm quite visual, and if I can do what I can imagine, then it would be fun for me. If I go into the vault now and I try to put 3 pieces together, and I have a dinosaur and I want to bite into a Coca-Cola orb, and I try to move the orb, and every time I'm clicking the dino, and when I wanna make the Coca-Cola thing bigger, then the dino goes smaller. It drives me insane in 5 minutes, and I'm done. If it would actually work, then I would have a blast with it, and I would make an awesome vault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean, like, my vault skills are shocking because, like, I have the same problem. Like, I try and like move things around in the vault and try and position things, and I just get just end up throwing my phone at the wall because it's too difficult to use. I mean,
but you know what I don't think they're going to put any more energy in Vaultaholic features because they're working on the VeVeverse, so the vault is going to be gone. But you know what would be an awesome feature in the vault? To freeze an item. So you put it somewhere and then you click freeze, and that thing cannot move anymore until you unfreeze it. And then you can move.
You can do that in the VeVeverse. You can do that in phase 1.
Well, that would be great because otherwise.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but in the vault that doesn't work. So you keep clicking on the wrong stuff, and then the wrong stuff moves, and then you have to put it back. It's super annoying.
Yeah, just to put it in perspective, some people, because I've done a bunch of videos on Cavernous now, the toolkit that they have, one of the features is that they say it's a properties tab, and I didn't fully understand what that was at first. But for anybody who's played a game where you can just customize an object, you click on like the gear button, and then you can change the settings. That's what the properties tab is, but you can do that for every single object, every single collectible, every single thing that you place in your world. You have the option of opening that properties tab and adjusting stuff. So for example, Thor with his lightning, right? I'm not in the VeVeverse. I know you can do this. If I click on Thor, open the properties tab, you will be able to pause his animation, but then you can also change like the luminosity on the lightning, right? So there's a bunch of different stuff that you can change within each object.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
By the way, Fro just gave the $100. He's in there.
Yeah, I was going to mention. I do see a couple of our resident Voltaholics, well, I won't say Voltaholics, but VeVeverse users. Say if anybody wants to come up and add anything to the conversation, or anybody just listening in general wants to come up, say hi. Say that the stage is always open and welcome for you to do so.
If I'm right about them doing that for Christmas, though, it's going to be amazing because as soon as people can get in there and start building, this stuff's going to take off.
But yeah, go on.
I did see my collectible spamming a lot of rocket launcher, or was it the 007 thing you fly with? The jetpack. He's really addicted to that.
Yeah, nice one. Actually, that brings me to another point. We've got the speaking of 007, we've got the FA boat and the other little gadgets coming up. So, anybody going to be going for any of that? Anyone excited about it?
Have they released the job details for it?
I can bring some details down. Give me a sec. Let me bring up the blog article here. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have the 60th Anniversary Legacy Series number 2. And in that series, we have the Q-Boat from The World Is Not Enough. That is going for 20 gems, and that is 2007 editions. I wonder why. And that is that's our rare, and that's for first edition. We have the attached case from Russia with Love, and that is again 20 gems, and that is going for 1007 editions. That's our ultra rare. And last but not least, we have the book with a recorder from Thunderball. And that is our secret rare at 20 gems and is 777 editions. And it's all blind box. Yeah, it looks like they're all animated. I don't know what the animation's like, but yeah, that's the long and short of it.
I don't know about you guys, but for drops like this where they have all the animated pieces, I really wish they didn't do a blind box. I wish they let us choose which one to go for.
Yeah. Do you think, Josh, they're doing those because they're going to be workable, usable assets to add to characters or like upgrades when you're building in the VeVeverse? Like, does someone care enough about, let's just say, the jetpack? Because that is compelling as owning, say, the GT Lambo, right? But if you have the vision to say the things I can do with that jetpack, like I think Aaron did a really good job in sort of what he was sort of demonstrating with the steam in the background and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I think that's, to me, is the use case for these things, but hard to say because it's speculative right now, right? Like, where are those going to be used? Is there going to be some James Bond experience in the VeVeverse that?
Yeah, well, it's exactly that though. There's going to be like a whole spectrum of stuff because you're going to have people that pick it up because they just want to hang it on their wall because they wear the VR headset and they want to walk by it every single day and just look at it displayed, right? Mm-hmm. But then there's somebody else who, like you just said, sees a vision for the actual use of like the smoke and might incorporate it into like an actual environment or something like that. Going to be so many different use cases for like all this stuff, and you know what? There's going to be a lot of these pieces where people aren't even going to like look at them twice right now, and then they're going to get inside the VeVeverse and they're going to go, "Oh crap, I can use it for this," and they're going to go back to the marketplace and pick one up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The question I ask myself is every time is what can I do with it? So if I was having like a jetpack, I would consider it using it in games, like you or maybe you have a Mandalorian collectible and you need a jetpack to fly with him. So those are things I ask myself every time I buy those stuff. So I like them. I like them a lot.
I think you should put the jetpack on your dinosaurs, Sven. Your T-Rex.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
T-Rex in a jetpack.
We can do a race then.
Yeah. I think a lot of objects are going to be like merged together and used to create bigger things. And I don't know if you can actually do this. I don't know if Fro wants to toss the thumbs up or down, but I really hope that there's a way where if you build something, like let's say I build a larger object with a bunch of smaller default shapes, I really hope there's a way to merge those objects together and then I can copy and paste that larger object instead of me having to like rebuild it all over again. And you know what I mean? So I hope there's stuff like that. There was another point I was just going to get at, but I lost it.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking like, no, because now we've got boats coming. It's like, do we have water in the VeVeverse? Has anyone actually ever spoke about water?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it in Cavernous, but
no, because I was just thinking like, if we got boats, then maybe we've got like water, like maybe like we can have like like water parks,
I do remember Tails telling that he built some sharks swimming around. So I don't know if they're swimming around in yogurt or in water, but or in Jello. But he did make some. He created some shark shaped things that were moving around. So, but
well, maybe our VeVeverse users might be able to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if there's like water in the VeVeverse. Whether you can or not,
I would certainly hope so because I'm planning to make an underwater VeVeverse.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Fro, we need you up here. Get up here.
What else?
That's it.
We have Brock McBlodging has those water tanks, so probably you have some water too.
That's right. We do a there.
Things are going to be created that we're not even like thinking of. I had some dude reach out to me several months back, and he was talking about nuclear fusion. He was like, he was asking how he can set up this whole factory or whatever. I don't know like the specifics of it because I told him, I was like, dude, I had no idea what you're talking about. But
I think I know who you're talking about because there's only one bloke in the nuclear fusion that I can think of. I won't say his name, but I think I know who he is.
It was in the VeVe group, so yeah, I think we're talking about the same person. But from stuff like that all the way to, and this is why I want Fro to get up here. the real estate stuff, because I'm curious if someone like Fro as a real estate agent is seeing a lot of these realtors now start to look at this AR VR stuff. Because I had like a realtor team out of Singapore reach out and be like, yeah, can you duplicate our listings inside the VeVeverse so that we can set up a space where people can just toss on a VR headset and just walk through them? I'm like, oh
yeah, I've got a friend that's a pretty high-ranking realtor here in Vancouver, and he's looking at this. It's like they're already talking about how the contracts are going to switch to the blockchain. Like they believe that's inevitable. How the transition will happen. Again, it's not the VeVe easy button, right? So there's going to have to be some work. Is that going to be the banks that pick that up, or who's going to be the platform that kind of regulates that? But that's being discussed. And right now, I mean, what is it? Vimeo. There's a real estate website. I mean, photos of houses and all that kind of stuff, and virtual tours have been a thing. But being able to connect all that, do the tour and make your bid immediately, like buying an NFT through Omi or VeVe, right? So that I think that's coming. Like those discussions are having big space.
There's a site that does this down in the States. I'm trying to look it up right now. But yeah, there's been a few houses that are sold as NFTs down in the States, and there's there's an actual platform that did it, but I'm pretty sure the platform shut down.
Okay. There you go. So I just want to quickly throw this in as well. Like, Fro's written in the comments saying Josh would absolutely create wonderful worlds in the VeVeverse. There was a new update that came out a few days ago just to get a bit spicy. So, ooh.
New update about what?
He probably kind of, I was like, tell me now.
And he did put spicy peppers with it, so that's dangerous here.
Oh yeah, we know what happened last time they did that. Excellent, love it.
To me, that's the fun part, though. Like, if you think of how, I mean, go back, oh my God, what, 15, 20 years ago, there was no internet. And all of a sudden, an entirely new generation of careers were created. Web designers, right? Creative artists. A web designer didn't exist before the web. But, and now are we transitioning to the next level of that, where Metaverse designer is going to be the new gig, right? If you're practicing
bartenders.
Yeah, right. It's just going to be fantastic. I look at the growth potential, the opportunity for advancement and career building. It's coming. I mean, even the work I do in our digital ad agency. I mean, we're talking about this. Like, we've just gone through an enormous evolution of using advanced data modeling and all the stuff called first party data, and using your own customer data and your purchase and conversion data and advanced algorithms to help model who should get the next ad and who shouldn't. And now you're moving into another enormous scope of industry where that's just going to be amplified again. But now you're pairing it with a world that is so immersive. I just think, boy, if you're practicing now and you're getting ready now and you're envisioning now, like Josh, your video, a couple months or so ago, when you were talking about the different environments you'll be able to build, the stuff that you're doing, Fro, like showing these examples of NFTs, Metaverse life. I mean, man, like, this is just thrilling to see where this is all going to go. And that's why I'm trying to consume as much of this as I can, like a sponge, and just watch and listen, because we're making plans. Like, at some point, we get advertisers today that come to us and say, look, I want to reach this audience. They're hardcore gamers. How do I do this? And it's like, well, you can place advertising within their gaming environment. You can do that today, right?
Yep.
It took years for that technology to advance to a point where you can deliver those assets, what's called programmatically. Like, I don't send it to everybody. I send it to the person that fits the profile of the product or service that you're marketing. And that's just going to amplify. And it's going to be fantastic. And you'll be able to make purchasing decisions in real time and you'll be able to choose one store over another and walk inside and say, yeah, I want those Adidas shoes because I saw those commercials a couple of years ago when they were doing this before I could even buy it in a metaverse environment. This is all building blocks, right? And it's, for me, I like that it's going maybe a little bit slower than a lot of people want to see, because you want to do it right. Because when we went through the internet craze, boy, that ramped up fast, and there were tons of
you know what's funny about that though is you just said how things are moving slower and people want it to happen faster. I think this entire wave is going to happen much faster than the social media wave that you were talking about.
Yeah,
because it's like we have all the resources, we have all the platforms to now promote the stuff faster, right?
You're bang on, because internet was brand new. There was nothing. There was no model or I mean, there was some underlying technology that the armed forces were using, right? But I mean, when it grew out of almost nothing. Social media grew out of the internet because there was no way to really communicate easily and effectively. And then streaming services, Hulu, Spotify, all this grew out of social media and sharing of files, right? Napster and LimeWire. So everything was building, and it's getting faster and faster and faster. That's my point. It's like, it's going to happen. It's just, I don't think it's going to take like a year. It's going to be a few years, but it's going to smooth out. And it's just going to be like, everybody will use it without asking how it's working. And that's when we know we've hit that spot.
Yeah. Right? It's like using the internet today. It's like, when I want to go Google something, it's like, I don't want to know how, like, HTML and all the coding and stuff works. I just want to know I can write something in the search bar and it comes up with what I'm looking for. Yeah. That's the level of adoption is what needed to get everyone in the door.
Well, it's also a mix of like you having to use it. It's like what other platform are you thinking of using over Google? Now it's kind of like ChatGPT, but that's the next wave.
Yeah.
Right.
A year ago, I'd never been on a live spaces before. I didn't even know how to get in. The first one I was on, I was trying to talk into my MacBook, and everyone's like, "No, man, you got to open up on your phone." Like, here we do it now. It's like, this is awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm in the exact same boat. Like, so when I think back sometimes, like, when we first had the idea of doing these X spaces and doing things like that, it just sort of evolved like from an idea, and then from the idea it went, well, why don't we try doing a few live streams on YouTube, and then we did a few roundtable discussions with the VeVe collective, and then we said this is cool, but we want to connect with everyone a little bit better, so let's try X spaces, and then the X spaces evolved into that, and then that's basically where all these came from. Yeah. So it's just that natural evolution of this, well, this is kind of cool, but this might be cool, so let's just try it and see what happens.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's fun though. It's a great way to connect everyone.
I'm just waiting until my Happy Meal toys come in VeVe digital NFTs. At that moment,
it's coming.
VeVeverse.
It's coming. It's coming. Actually, didn't someone post something a while back on X saying they were walking to a McDonald's or something and they saw them advertising NFTs or something like that?
I would love it.
Yeah, I think they were doing some stuff with Disney, but I think they I wouldn't be surprised if they get into it though, because they're kind of in that innovative forefront stuff.
We already have Coca-Cola, so if I want to buy you guys drinks, I can only give you Coca-Cola at the moment in the VeVeverse.
Yeah,
that's right. I'll take it. No, excellent. That has been good fun. Yeah, no, sounds like we've got loads to look forward to. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I mean, having two young kids at the moment, 1 5 and 1 3. I mean, I'm always thinking in the back of my head, what's the future going to look like by the time they get to my age? I mean, where's the technology going to be? We'll obviously have the Apple Vision Pro strapped to our faces. It could be some other weird. Actually, come think about it, I always use the film WALL-E as a good example. It's I can always see that's kind of where humanity is kind of heading.
I think we're eventually going to get to the point where we don't have phones anymore. I think it's going to get to the wearable stuff where we have something like glasses, and then we're walking around and just popping screens up left, right, and center. And from my understanding, actually, there's areas of China that are already starting to do that. So
it kind of reminds you of the film. What's it? They Live.
I just watched that last week.
Oh, did you? Exactly. He puts it on like sees like all like the subliminal messaging everywhere and sees like all like the aliens and that. I'm just like, that's it. That's exactly what's going to be happening.
There's another film that always comes to mind when I think of stuff like this. It's with Justin Timberlake. I can't In Time or something like that. Where they're
yes. Where they use time as currency.
Yeah, it's such a good movie.
Yeah, it is. It is actually surprising, and the whole concept is actually quite scary as well. Like like the moment like you sort of like run out of time, it's like literally just like have a heart attack and just stop. It's just like 1, 2, 3, poof, straight on the ground. That's it. End of it. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, you never know. Like it might get so crazy that we do get to that point. Hopefully not anytime soon.
Your social credit score just went down in China.
Exactly. Hey, we got Casual coming up the stage. Casual, how are you, mate? Oh, hey, Casual, how are you, mate?
Hey, what's up, man? How you guys doing?
Going good, mate. Just chilling and just chatting VeVeverse. We've been chatting about Lambos, crypto market, all sorts of fun stuff this time around.
Yep. Well, real quick, I didn't go for these drops. I was working and stuff. I'm enjoying seeing everybody hitting some quality mint numbers and enjoying themselves. I just wanted to come up. I've never spoke to Chris with voice, but my name is also Chris. I just want to say, Chris, I really appreciate you. We've had a lot of good DMs over the last, mostly last year, about mint numbers and all that stuff. And I really appreciate your positive outlook in the space. And we love your Go Collect articles, man. You really definitely add value to the community.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, good to chat with you openly here. Yeah, lots of DMs back and forth. It's been great. You've been incredibly helpful too. I've learned a lot about mint collecting and stuff watching you too. So it's mutual. It's awesome.
Yeah, I've slowed down a lot this year, but most of my collection was acquired last year. But I definitely enjoy seeing everybody else moving forward and collecting some sweet mints and educating others on some of the important dates and stuff. So
yeah, I just grabbed something else too while we were on the live stream here, so I'll put it out.
Oh,
it's one more set complete, but it's not unfortunately with the comic sets, you don't get any bonus points, right? That's the
no. Hopefully that's in the future.
It's a book I've been trying to get almost 2 years now. It's been hovering up. It was a 750 all-time high, and they're just two listed in the mid 40 range. So I had to grab one. So I'll put that out. But
yeah, definitely. No, very cool. And Casual, I'm just telling you, definitely been killing it lately with the AI pictures. They've been really entertaining.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's addictive. It just stimulates my creative side. That's for sure. Type in a sentence and see the result.
Yeah, sorry, go on, Josh.
No, I was just asking, what AI is he using? Because the writing is really good.
No, with what I'm doing, I just use Bing.
Bing? I haven't even tried. I didn't even know they had one.
Oh yeah, it uses Dolly. Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
Oh,
that's what a lot of us are using right now. Yep. Yeah, just download Bing AI, Microsoft's Bing. It's free. There's credits. For some reason I don't have to use the credits. I was in the beta, so I guess I'm a guinea pig for it or something. But
they gave you live access.
I renewed my damn subscription with Midjourney yesterday and accidentally charged myself the annual. Trying to pay $20 a month and went to $400.
All right, buddy. Oh. Yeah, very cool. All right, what else has been happening? What else can we talk about? Well, let's see. What are the drops we got coming? Oh, we got a comic coming. We got a Century to 2000. Anybody interested in that one at all? It's the first appearance of the Century.
No, I don't know. I haven't. It's like one of those sleeper guys. I'm not as familiar with him. So I know I've been kind of just cleaning up things that I've been missing for the longest time. When the all-time highs were, I can't go after this right now. But like the one I just grabbed, it's like, okay, that's in my price zone, and so now that's it, and I gotta wait for that Star Wars drop next week. So
that's another one. So who's going to be crafting their posters?
Me.
Yeah, I know you definitely will be.
Yeah, it might be one that I will go for as well. I kind of like the idea that you get something extra with the comic book, and it's also Star Wars, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and it's also the secret rare is also exclusively done for VeVe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, custom.
That's
done.
Right.
So
yeah, and it's actually done by the original cover artist who did the common cover, the original cover.
Yeah, but when you think of it, they've been releasing like hundreds of comic books, and nothing ever comes with an airdrop or something. Even people who own 10,000 comic books, they never got anything for free from Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice that the Star Wars at least gives you something for free, and you don't burn anything, so it just adds. But it's a nice gesture and a nice gift, and it's the first time that you get something with a comic book, that is kind of cool. So I don't think they're going to be worth a lot. They're probably I think they're 10 gems, so probably the comic book will resell for 4 and the poster for 3.5. But probably. And I don't think they even sell out. But I think it's a nice gesture, so I think I might go for it.
Yeah, I'm definitely tempted to go for this one as well. I mean, just because obviously you got the Nicoretta Balderi rare cover looks really nice with the purple and the iconic Luke and Darth fight on the front. But even that the ultra rare is with Darth Vader front and center. That one's looking pretty sweet as well.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. But I'm a huge Darth Vader fan, so I'm guilty. He's my favorite character of all time. Non-Marvel favorite, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I know. I put out last night. We got home from my son's hockey game fairly late, but we put on that Disney Plus stream for the all the audio, the sound backgrounds for the entire.
Oh yeah. How was that?
We just cranked it, and holy cow! Like, if you're a Star Wars fan, that's something you have to watch. So there's no voices of the actors. So you see the ships flying through space. You hear the ripples of the water when Luke is doing his Dagobah training. It's all the ambient sound. And it's an homage to the sound creators from the films right back to 1977. And they're just little 6-7 minute episodes. And I think there was 7 of them. And they're broken up into themes like connecting and, the Sith and all that kind of stuff. But wow, boy, I just I could have been in the audio business. It was so enthralling and very, very cool. So, and then just the first time you hear Vader breathing, it's like sends ching down my spine. Like, oh, there it is.
And there's like,
yeah, his first breath in that mask. I mean, that clip. I can't imagine you could purchase that clip. Maybe that's coming one day too, right? We'll be able to buy audio clips as NFTs. I can't.
Yeah, maybe.
So
well, I mean, they do something.
Darth Vader is the guy with the black helmet, right?
Yeah. Yep.
My kid is like 4 years old, and we watch Star Wars, and his most favorite iconic items, characters on the Star Wars series is the Stormtrooper. He's crazy about Stormtroopers and Darth Vader. And
nice. I'm just waiting for my collectibles to jump up now. It's just because someone just said Stormtrooper.
Because Aaron and I think on one of his live streams, we had a chat once. It's like I pray that they drop the Stormtroopers anywhere from 2 to 5 gems, because I'm going to need 100.
Yeah, you got to build an army.
I was just going to say, imagine they drop those and the pricing is off. Can you imagine the storm that's going to happen in the community after that?
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah. You're going to be judged by how many stormtroopers you have. That's what's going to happen. Forget the Omi in your Omi wallet, right? But do you have 100 stormtroopers?
Yeah, it's like, do you have a legion? No.
Aaron's going to have 501 stormtroopers. That's my bet. Right, so he's budgeting now, I bet.
That's it. Yeah.
The 501st Legion.
Well, what I suggested already a long time ago is that they should build into a burning mechanism where they release like 100,000 single stormtroopers, but when you burn 5 of them, you will get a platoon of 10. And then when you burn 3 platoons of 10, you get like a regiment of 50. And when you burn 2 regiments of 50, you get like an army of 100, right? So and every time the single ones diminish, then the platoons diminish, then the army diminish, but you get more and more and more, and then you can put like your whole VeVeverse with like 3 armies. You have like 3,000 stormtroopers, but because you need to buy single ones first that burn, they will be more rare. So you can start with 100,000 of them because you can burn them and get platoons and armies and regiments. That'd be cool. Would be really cool.
You get the those zombie troopers from.
No zombies. No zombies. No.
No zombies. I like them.
No, because really cool. if they start with the zombies, then you're gonna have like Spider-Ham.
You start with the original.
Gwenaham, and you're gonna have so much crap. Just keep it.
So much ham.
You're gonna have Loki troopers and crocodile troopers. No, man. Just keep it pure.
Yeah, start with the originals, and then you got to burn them up to get the special ones you want.
Chris, what do you think is a good addition size for the troopers? Because I'm even thinking 100,000 is way too small.
Oh, they're gonna need a million. I don't know.
I'm thinking at least 1 million.
At least. You're gonna have to have a lot, but that's why like price point them so low. It's got to be under 5 gems.
Yeah,
right? And then you just stack and stack and stack, but yeah, because and then you think of the variety of them, right? There's the stormtrooper, the sand trooper, the snow trooper. The zombie troopers I was talking about. You've got the Emperor's guards. I mean, they're all related to those stormtroopers, right?
You got like the black troopers.
But the shock troopers.
Yeah.
The one like a double.
Yeah, sorry, Kate.
Just don't do them as mighties. I don't want to do them as mighties.
Don't do them as mighties. Don't do them as mighties. Casual's got his hand up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how about an airdrop of a stormtrooper per Star Wars collectible that you hold? So then the biggest Star Wars fan would have the most stormtroopers.
What a fantastic idea!
Ooh, not bad. I like that.
Let's go.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Stormtrooper airdrop confirmed.
There we go.
That's it.
VeVe, are you listening?
That's it. We want stormtroopers and we want them now. But I actually think just but not only do we want stormtroopers, I also want to see Mandalorians as well, because it was funny, like, how before we were talking about Sven putting jetpacks on his Tyrannosaurus. The only thing I can think of in the back of my head is you can have a Mandosaurus.
Yeah. Well, Boba needs a jetpack. I don't know what's going on there. It doesn't work.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mentioning Aaron a lot here because he just knows a lot about Star Wars. But he's got a good stack of Bobas. He's got the physicals, the digitals. Like in the real world, he had a live stream and he was pretty accurate, right? Like Boba Fett's the #1 highest grossing Star Wars toy out of all of them. But on VeVe, they're going for like under $10 right now. It's crazy. So that gap is still there between what's happening in the physical world and what happens in the digital world. But so I say when those two things combine, yeah, that'll be cool. I still stack in Boba Fett's I pick up 1 or 2 every chance I get here and there, but I also like Boba. He's a big historic character for me. So
Oh yeah, he's great. It's fantastic. But we got Mr. MC1 up to the stage. So thank you so much for jumping up.
No worries. Hey, listen, Collector Gone Digital has had his hands up first, so we'll respect that, and I'll chat after him. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, no worries. There you go, Josh.
Yeah, I was just gonna actually change the topic, so I don't know if you want to speak first, but I have no issue asking the question after you. Go ahead.
No. I just wanted to come up and say, thank you very much for the spaces you host, Osman. Big fan. I've been listening quite intently, and you cover a range of topics, and you've got a pretty unbiased type of view to it. So really enjoy the conversation. I'm gonna chill, hang out, and I'll chime in on a couple of topics, as you guys kind of roll through over the next, whatever time you have here. So happy to contribute as well.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, well, thank you very much. And yeah, I'm glad you enjoy the space. That's one of the reasons why I like holding these spaces, like sort of like bring everybody together. There's like a collecting connectors, like we say in the VeVe collective. Is just providing a nice safe space for everybody to sort of just geek out, really, just express their love of digital collecting or physical or Marvel, DC, say and any other platform as well, whether that be VeVe, like Cryptoys, Palm, McFarlane, whatever you're into. No, very cool. But Josh, you want to change the subject, mate? What you thinking?
Yeah, I was just thinking, we're talking about collectibles that haven't dropped yet. If VeVe comes to you tomorrow to do their little collector spotlight, what would be your answer to the brands you want to see on the app?
Well, I think everyone knows my answer.
Barbie?
What?
Yeah. No, I want a premium digital, either Predator or Aliens collectible.
Oh, I could have guessed that, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But they're already on the platform.
Yeah, they are on the platform, but I want a premium collectible. I want a Predator with a wrist spray that pops in and out. I want it to cloak. I want to have the laser beam that sort of comes out of the helmet. I want to see the plasma caster moving around. I want to see him growl and go do the whole classic I can't do it. But yeah.
Casual, what would be yours?
Yeah, Casual, what you got?
Yeah, I'm a huge Nintendo child, and I just saw the Mario movie, so obviously that's a given. We need to see Mario, but maybe even they don't necessarily need to drop Mario. You could have some pipes, some mushrooms, some things that would work out cool in AR.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Get the question mark box that makes noise if you smack it or something.
Mario Kart and AR would be amazing.
Oh my god! Can you imagine the level of road rage in that?
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know about you guys, or but back when I used to play Mario Kart, there was all different levels of road rage, just expressed. Can you imagine what it feels like? You're on the very last lap. You're inches away from the finish line. You're first. And then all of a sudden you get hit with the blue shell, you get hit with the red shell, hit with the green shell, then hit with the banana, and then everyone runs straight past you and you go straight to last.
The worst one is when you get miniaturized.
Yeah.
Mini.
Yeah, you're just inching towards the finish line. You're like, no, and everyone's just screaming past you. You're like, oh god damn it.
If you haven't seen the Mario movie, yeah, definitely. It's on Netflix, you guys. Not to give anything away, but that mushroom's definitely a significant part of it.
Yeah. I've seen it.
I would love to see Formula One on VeVe. So I was pretty early into McLarens, and I've known the McLaren team for maybe about a decade or so now. So I tried to influence them. They were on Sweet, and I tried to influence them. I spoke to the head of esports who was making the decisions around the NFTs, and I told them about VeVe, and VeVe was pumping at the time and everything, and they desperately wanted to get onto VeVe, but there was just one problem. Tezos is a huge sponsor of Formula One. They're on multiple cars, multiple teams, and this and that. So their only requirement was that it has to be on a Tezos kind of a platform, and VeVe doesn't support Tezos, so that's why that fell through. But I'm hoping, man, that let's get Immutable or Ethereum or whatever the hell to sponsor some freaking cars too, man. Let's get them on. You know what I mean?
F1 would be amazing. F1 would be amazing. The only thing that comes to mind there is that the Western market isn't really up to speed with F1, but from what I understand, it's starting to get a lot more popular over here. So
yeah, there's 3 races now, right? So I mean, it's growing in the U.S. Market now. I mean, the Canadians and the Mexicans were always following it for the most part. In Europe, it's huge, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'd love to see F1 cars, zipping around in VeVeverse.
I don't know.
That would be cool.
I'm thinking that's a hard question because there's so much. I'm not going to say the P word because I'm not going to jinx that. But I think anything old school gaming, like retro, Atari 2600, the old Trons. I wrote that blog about Tron and how cutting edge that video game was when it hit the arcade systems. I don't know. It'd be interesting from that side of it. And then of course, I'm a hockey guy, so NHL would be cool for me too.
Yeah, I could definitely get behind the Tron bikes. Now they would be cool to see on the app.
So NHL is on Suite. If you watch the who's Comics and Crypto, they had the founder of Suite, Tom Mazzone, and the COO on it. I forget the guy's name, the COO's name, but so that guy's I don't watch much hockey, but his father and his grandfather were apparently a very big deal in hockey. So he's got like the inside track for NHL, and he's got like pretty much a lot of the different player stuff, NHL stuff on Suite, and also the Blackhawks. I think Chicago Blackhawks. Oh my God, they've got like so much stuff.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, but it'd be good to get a lot of sports on VeVe anyway, man. I think that would be another good one.
Yeah. The Canucks goalie Thatcher Demko, his father just created an NFT that I think he's selling on OpenSea or whatnot, but just game moments, you can frame them and whatnot, and then he gives away the physical posters as well. So there's a digital play there, but difficult because again, right, you still have to go through the crypto system, convert fiat to whatever USDT, and then purchase the asset. So the digital didn't sell that well, but the physicals he sold out, right? Again, if that was the easy button platform, I think they would have done really well. But you could do that. I mean, go back old school, right? I mean, Top Shelf has done a lot of that with the trading cards and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I'm just thinking more maybe like the figurines or game moments. I would love to see like NHL. Was it NHL 97 or 94 on Sega? Like, oh man, that was like the best video game ever. Own some
Sega.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be fun. Just the gaming side of it. But,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Another one I'd like to see is music.
Yeah, the whole music genres. I think that's coming. Didn't David say they've got a platform or something?
Music and sports.
Music I think is going to come, man. David spoke about it, but I think he's heavily distracted with Japan. I mean, the last couple times I've seen him speak, he basically said he wants to learn Japanese to go and get all the IP, and he's in Japan now. I think for a couple of weeks. It's not just there for a conference. He's there for a couple of weeks to kind of get shit done. Yeah. Yeah, kind of somebody, there's an influencer somebody who's a content creator who reached out and said, hey, listen, I don't know David, but I would like to, conduct an interview. And they're not into VeVe that much. So, they reached out to me, and I don't know David very well, but I, enough to kind of reach out. So I made that introduction. And David basically said, look, I'm going to be in Japan for a couple of weeks. So
Yeah, right.
we'll have to do this interview afterwards. So I was thinking, oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like, what's he doing in Japan, eh?
So I think he's working on. I mean, if I had to, I mean, obviously these things take a lot of time, but if I had to sort of, look into the crystal ball a year ahead, and knowing David's track record, I think we're going to see freaking Japanese IP coming rolling into VeVe like you'll never believe.
Godzilla.
Yeah, let's see some Godzilla.
He said he was going to Japan to speak to licensors specifically. So
yeah. In fact, somebody else has reached out to David and said, "Oh, I'm going to be in Japan. I'd love to meet you." He said, "Look, I'm really not meeting very many fans and anything because I got a full schedule with licensor meetings."
Trying to focus.
Don't even distract me.
I don't know how that guy sleeps. I really don't.
Yep.
So determination.
Well, it's just like it seems like he's just active at any hour of the day. I mean, you go on to Twitter, and I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess it depends on where he is in the world, what time zone. But I'm like, I've seen him post at every hour of the day. And yeah, I mean, I know MC was just talking about emailing him. You guys know I'm trying to book my interview with him, which I pushed back to January, by the way, because I want to speak to him right after the Crypto XR event and Christmas and stuff. Both times I've reached out to him, he's responded to me in an hour. I'm like, dude, like, isn't it like middle of the night where you are? So he's hands on all the time, and the fact that he's learning Japanese is just another level of crazy. So,
well, Collector Gone Digital, I didn't follow you on X, but I don't know how I've missed your channel completely on YouTube. It's just I figured it out like I think about a month back or something. A huge fan, man. I love how you put out your content with those slides and with the summaries. I mean, just your abstraction of content from interviews and stuff is next level. I just really enjoy consuming that content. It's just my style of consuming content. Maybe each one has a preference, but I really love your style of delivery. And I'm a big fan, man.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, man, I second that. Like, there's some of the stuff you do on your channel and you put together is just like next level. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of these YouTube's like interviews are very long, right? The 2-hour interviews, with David, or 90 minutes, or things like that. Not everybody has that ability to consume all these interviews, right? And some of them are not with David and Dan or something, but they're also with other people, other artists, and other community members and stuff. And you're a busy day, and you're like, yeah, I want to really hear all of it, but maybe on the weekend. But for now, can I consume just the highlights and the key points? And just literally that ability to consume that in a very quick manner. And it's also visual in that it's on the slides, so the point is on the slides, and that helps because if you're like at dinner or something, you can keep this damn thing rolling and like watch as well without the volume, which is great, man. I love that stuff too. But congratulations, you do great work, man. I do enjoy your work.
Thank you so much for saying that. That's actually an idea that I had in my head, so I'm really glad that you said that out loud.
Yeah, no, and I follow. By the way, I just hit follow. Like, I cannot believe that I've been as long in VeVe and not followed you. But I just followed you, man. Keep up the great work, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's it, Josh. This one's for you, mate. So awesome individual and awesome creator. So get out there, give him a like, give him a follow, give him a subscribe, give him all the support you possibly can.
Thank you. Take the attention off me for a second. He's Steve down there. Steve's someone I've always wanted to talk to. So I don't know if he's willing to hop up here, but I've been very intrigued to meet the man ever since I saw his interview with Metaverse Life and his background with Disney and all that. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I've got another good 15, 20 minutes in me before I got to start closing up the space. But yeah, like I said, if anybody wants to come up with the space and say hi, or you're thinking about speaking in space for the first time, looking for a bit of confidence, by all means, please come up. So as long as you're kind, courteous, and as Dee likes to very, very elegantly put, not a dick, it's all good. So you can come up and say hi and chime in the conversation, because that's what these spaces are all about. So getting to know everybody and getting to collect and connect with everybody. But if you just want to chill in the background and listen to, that's totally cool. Oh,
yeah, I just wanted to put a word out there as well. You know, the holidays are coming up. The last couple of years, we've had holiday spaces. I've reached out to a bunch of people in the community to host holiday spaces. So I wanted to mostly just do some orchestration in terms of, you know, reaching out to people, asking them and scheduling. You know, Miss Gecko is putting together a calendar. So if those of you who want to host holiday spaces, etc., you know, just reach out to Miss Gecko with your team and stuff like that. I know some of you already have. We're trying to get them scheduled. And then we're also working on lots and lots of giveaways, you know, people who want to give away some things. But yeah, hey, Steve, how are you, man? It's always good to chat with you.
Hey.
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
My pleasure, Sanjay. Always good to hear and be with you. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks for the space. Shout out to everybody. And yeah, I've been a huge fan of Collectors Gone Digital for a while. I've sent them some messages and getting called out. I guess I got to come up. And you know, what's also interesting, what you're going to find out a lot more information about me, is that I'm actually being interviewed tomorrow, which will then be aired later this week, with Mr. V and Will Goes Meta. So that's pretty exciting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys. I hung out with them late night in New York City, and had a really good time and met them. And you know, they said they wanted to interview me. Then I said, I'm nobody. I'm just Steve. And so it'll be good. What's up with you guys?
Not much, mate. It's just having a nice chill conversation about all sorts of different topics this time around. So we've gone from the latest Lambo drop to the Mighty's drop. We're talking VeVeverse. So all sorts of bits and pieces. A bit of crypto market all over the shop. But I think this is the first time we've actually spoke as well. So pleasure to meet you, Steve. And what are you into, mate?
What am I into? I'm into a lot of things. But I'm full time in the Web3 crypto digital space for about a couple of years now. And I have a day job and afternoon job and a night job. So I'm working on a variety of projects.
Busy man.
Yeah, but I love listening. I've eliminated like commercial television off of my agenda, and I put Twitter Spaces or X Spaces and YouTube in my background. And I love the community, and I love what's going on. And I'm really very similar to Sanjay, and I'm not as vocal and active as Sanjay because I do think he has a unique skill. But I consider myself a bridge builder and try to support where I can. My journey started 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years in VeVe and digital. I spent a lot of time early on building digital real estate in the sandbox.
Oh, cool.
Which was very cool. But it turns out that the sandbox is just another metaverse where, you know, but there's some really cool brands, and I'm a brand guy, and I love watching what brands do and enter the new tech, using new technology. I'm an older guy, so I've seen a couple of evolutions of technology. My background's a family business, women's accessories out of college, which was very unique.
Okay, cool. That's
very unique opportunity. And then I got involved with a bunch of guys who have a private equity firm. And as a business operator, I've had the opportunity to observe and watch and be involved. I'm really more of a business operator, like to see how things work, making sure that cash register rings.
Yep.
So it's and this VeVe journey has been awesome because the people are just fantastic, and the effort that's put in by everybody is I'm grateful for all of you because I continue to learn, and that's what my main mission is now, is to continue to learn and grow, and then share, right? That's my mission.
No, right on. Yeah, Casual's got his hand up.
Hey, Steve, I just wanted to say thanks for liking and retweeting over the last year. I've definitely noticed you, throughout the last few months. You're definitely active in the community. I just wanted to give you a shout out from everybody who's producing content and stuff out there. Thanks.
I appreciate that. I just want to share, because I think that, and I like to consider myself a silo buster. And I think Sanjay will understand that concept, because too many of us live in our own little silo, our own little world, very vertically driven. And I'm a horizontal guy. I like to go all the way across, right? Some of the spaces that I'm involved in and listen to, and the people that I'm doing work with, we're about to start an AI company to help individuals and small businesses. Just really want to help. And I'm fortunate and grateful to be in the position that I'm in, which is awesome. I live in San Diego, California. So next San Diego Comic-Con, whoever's coming in early, staying late, we'll have a barbecue at my place. And
ooh, nice.
Yeah, we got a plan.
Hey, I'm coming, Steve. I'm coming for that one.
All right.
That's it.
Actually, I will be at DCon on Saturday in Anaheim. If anyone is going to be around for that, I'm just going to be there for the day. But I know a couple people are going to be there. We're trying to get VeVe Magic to go, because if we get her in on a medical thing, we can all push her around, and then we can get in easy, quick, right? Get to the front of the line.
Get the fast track.
Yeah, exactly. Fast track, right? with the wheelchair, and the we can get through all those the hardest places are like the artist alley, right? We'll just and we'll use a little horn or something.
That's it. Just mow through everybody. Move out of the way. VIP coming through.
I didn't realize Decon Anaheim was happening. I guess he's not doing it this year.
They're not going, but a lot of other people are going. What's interesting is so Jermaine Rogers, as everybody knows on the VeVe, will be there again this year. I'm active in a community that he did. He was the artist for a Cheech and Chong NFT project, and Cheech and Chong will also be there. Don't know if they will be there, but their marketing crew and so that's kind of cool, as well as a couple other VeVe people I think are going to be that. We're going to try to hook up, and
Alex is going to be there, and then Mumbot's going to be there as well, by the way. So those of you who are going, can she's obviously on VeVe as well on the platform now. So if you see Mumbot there, you can just walk up to her and say hi and get whatever you want signed and stuff too. She's really nice.
Excellent.
Oh, cool. All right, guys. Well, I got about 10 minutes or so before I got start wrapping up the space, because it's getting quite late out here in the UK, which is where I'm based. But yeah, I just wanted to open the floor up if anybody wants to come up and say hi, or if anyone has any questions or anything they want to throw in the conversation. Just I always like to open up the last couple of minutes just for anybody who might be listening in the background. If you want to come up, feel free. If not, totally cool. But I just want to say, this has been another fantastic episode. A lot of great conversations. A lot of chill. Hang on, we got someone coming up. Who's coming up? The real. Now these ones are no strangers. We got the Real Uncommon Podcast coming up to the stage. Oh, maybe. Oh, hang on. I might need a co-host here. Bear with me a second. There you go, Josh. I just sent you a co-host link, so you might have to back me up here. We've got a few people coming up.
Roger.
I'll step down, guys. It was great. Thank you for the space. I'll make some room for others to come up and speak.
Yeah, I'm going to step down too. Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate all of your effort. Great to be with you, and we'll do it again soon. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, thank you, Mr. MC1, for coming up. Thank you, Steve. Pleasure to actually speak with you both for the first time, I think. But yeah, please come back and speak again. And I'm glad you're enjoying the content and the spaces, and appreciate all the support. So thanks for that, guys.
Thanks for hopping up, Steve.
Okay. Oh, we got Geary coming up, and we have the Real Uncommon podcast. So who we got? We got Hinano, or we got D?
I am.
Or we got both?
Hi. Good morning or good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, D.
Can you guys hear me?
How are we going, D?
Hello.
Yeah, you sound very distant. Where are you? Are you driving? Are you away? Where?
I'm driving. It's a stupid Bluetooth.
Ah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can definitely hear you better.
Okay, very good.
Are you on a surfboard?
Am I on a surfboard? No. Yeah, I'm currently driving. We're gonna head over and get some lunch and just have a nice family day today. Cruise around and get out of the house. Yeah, I missed like a whole bunch of this episode, but I'll have to go and re-watch on YouTube when it comes out.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm kind of rambling. Eyes on the road. But yeah, thanks for having this space, and hope everyone has a good day and a good night.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Have a great day.
Yeah, you two guys have a good one. Enjoy time with the family. And also as well, just while I've got, actually, before I get into that, we'll get into Geary. Geary, how are you, mate? Thanks for dropping in.
I'm doing well. Just wanted to say hello. Thanks for having the space. Big hello to everybody that's listening, and a request that everybody should at least say hello to all your friends out there and touch base with folks that need help. People, if they talk, or if they need help financially, send people gifts. That's it. Happy holidays to all of you, and thanks, Osman, for holding the space.
My pleasure as always. And also, just before I forget, I better play this because this is very important.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement. We interrupt this program to bring you an...
Shush. So next week, there will not be a VeVe Weekends space, unfortunately. But next week on Sunday, we're going to be having our VeVe Live Christmas special, which will be streaming on YouTube. It will be streaming on the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel. And it's more or less going to be exactly the same what we're doing now, but we're going to be getting basically trying to get the community together. So be members of the VeVe Collective, be members of the community. We're going to be doing roundtable discussions, giveaways. Maybe we could do some show and tells and just have a nice, fun, chill space. And everyone's welcome to tune in. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to as well. That'll be happening more or less the same time as when we hold these spaces on Sunday. So it'll be 8:30 to 8:30 to whenever UK time, or it'll be 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Next Sunday on the 17th. So there'll be a little bit more advertising in the X space for that. And yeah, like I said, everyone's welcome, and would love you all to join us. And also, ugly sweaters are heavily encouraged, but obviously not essential.
Also, just speaking of shout out to the Uncommon podcast, because I know that they just hit 300 subs. They've been super consistent, and I know D was just speaking, but if you guys don't know them, they're some of the most genuine people in this entire community. So
absolutely
support. They also reply to their own comments on their YouTube channel, which, by the way, D, I saw that and I dropped my phone bursting out laughing. Did you see that, Alex, or no?
No, I haven't checked it yet, but I'll have to have a look.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to explain this real quick.
That wasn't me.
Yes, it was. Okay. She responded on the video, being like, "Your wife is usually right," and then right below the comment, the Real Uncommon podcast responds, "Yeah, she is." It's her responding to herself, and then Hanano goes, "Why is my wife responding to herself? That's not weird at all."
Oh man, yeah. See, I made you guys laugh. You're welcome.
Yeah, well, shout out to you guys.
Excellent. I'd expect nothing less.
Thank you, guys.
That's great.
No worries. Thank you, D. Thank you, Nano. Thank you, and yeah, big shout out to the Real Uncommon podcast. Another genuine channel in the space. Again, give them a big like, comment, subscribe. They recently just got past 300 subs, and they're easily going to 3,000.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, guys. I guess I better start wrapping things up. Unless there's anyone who has any final thoughts or anything that they want to say before I start closing things out.
That was fun. Thanks, Alex. It was a great day. It's pouring rain here in Vancouver, so this was a nice break from the dreary
so normal weather
outside. This was great.
Yeah, sounds like UK weather.
Yeah, I think we're pretty similar.
Yeah, what I want to say is obviously you're going to plug your YouTube channel, but this is an extra plug. You guys definitely go to the youtube.com, look for WebV Collective, like the videos, and subscribe. Definitely want to see more of that. A lot of people haven't been going over to the YouTube channel because they're obviously here in the space, but support the content so we can expand the community. Thanks a lot.
Excellent. Thank you, Daniel. Yes, definitely head over to the WebV Collective's YouTube channel where you'll find all the replays from our Twitter Spaces, whether that be WebV Weekends or WebV Wednesdays, which is our Wednesday time slot, which is normally from 4 in the morning till 6 in the morning, Thursday morning UK time, or it's Wednesday nights 8:30 till 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. And I guess while I'm here, I might as well do a quick shout out to the WebV Collective members as well. So, and if you're wondering what is the WebV Collective, what is this mysterious word that we keep throwing around? Like, basically the WebV Collective is basically just a group of us that sort of came together and just wanted to create a safe space where we could just collect with other members of the collecting community, just share our love of collecting, whether that be physical, digital, McFarlane, DC, Marvel, all that fun stuff. And that's where the idea of doing these Twitter Spaces came from, and doing our WebV lives. We do also have a Discord as well. If anyone's interested in that, you can send us hit me up on X, and we'll get you access to the Discord. And it's basically just a nice chill out space for us just to geek out and collect and connect with one another. And as soon as I find my notes, which are gone, anyway, I'll quickly give some of our members a quick shout out just off the top of my head. So we have the Real Uncommon podcast with Hinano and D. We have K Collections, My Collectables is in there as well. VeVe Arcade with his Sunday show. Chris Severs and Double Quill with their blogs with Go Collect and Medium. We've got Shawnee Poo with Shawnee Poo Tube. Three Biggest Bros in there as well. So he does his live streaming from time to time. We have Mr. Falcon as well, who also has Watching Films on the Toilet, which is his Spotify podcast he does with his co-host Eamon. K Collections, Evolve Collects, AO, he's in there as well. And a big shout out to anyone else I might have missed. Unfortunately, I don't have my list in front of me, so I'm going purely off the top of my head. So if I miss anybody, I do apologize. But yeah, big.
Have they been kicked out or something? Or
what? Can you hear me? Am I gone?
You didn't get the joke.
Also, Collector's Gone Digital and Doctor Strange. I don't know if you've mentioned him. Slacking.
Hang on, I'm back. So can you hear me?
Oh, you actually did cut out? Now I feel bad.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, I'm back. Okay, so I'm not sure. I think the system tried to throw me out just then. I'm not sure how much of that everyone heard, but I did know. I was getting to Doctor Strange with his Stack and Slack videos. Great piece of content there, and of course, Collector's Gone Digital, formerly of VeVe Investments. Josh, big shout out to you tonight, mate. And one last one for myself, Mr. Osmond Collect 63. I also do Relax and Read, which is a segment I do where I do live comic book readings of the comics we have on VeVe. And you can find that on the WebV Collective's YouTube channel, and also on my own YouTube channel now as well, which is very up and coming, very, very new, which is Osmond Collect 63. So give us a like, give us a comment, give us a bit of support. It would be appreciated, but obviously not essential. Big thank you to everybody who spoke today. Casual, Chris Severs, Josh, Dive Jedi, Guri, Real Uncommon Podcast, Mr. MC1, thank you for jumping up. Steve, so thanks for the retweets and the appreciation, mate, and the support. Always a pleasure. Sven as well, great to talk to you, mate. And yeah, just everyone else for taking the time out of their day to tune in and listen. Always appreciate the support and everyone taking the time of day to tune in and listen. So like I said before, it's you guys who make these spaces what they are, and as long as everyone keeps listening, we'll keep hosting them. So that's enough rambling for me. So I've been your host, Osman Collect 63. This has been VeVe Weekends, episode 16. And yeah, have a good one, guys, and talk more soon.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
Thank you, Osman. Thank you for hosting. Good night, everybody.
Take care, guys. Bye.